Joe Mounts, our engineer, as we are getting set for game number 2 here between the West Virginia Flames and the man team. As pitch in for a strike, 1-1 the count as Dawson Beckett on the mound for the West Virginia Flames as he'll go up against Peyton Stover, the second baseman. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, this man team has an assortment of players from around the area, including their own, as we'll mention some of those. We move on this evening as Beckett, that delayed delivery, that one chopped back up the middle. Stover on his horse trying to get to first and able to dig it out as the throw a little low from Epling and McGrew unable to dig it out. We'll see how they score that, and they'll score it a hit for Stover to lead things off here on the top of the first. It's going to be a tough play anyway with Stover hustling it down that line in the leadoff spot. Now that'll bring up Tyson Burke, the third baseman for man. That fastball misses outside, 1-0. And the West Virginia Flames defeated the Roane County team 12-1 here earlier today. If you were with us on video productions, again, we're helped by 7 hits, but also 8 Roane errors in that contest as this one lifted high and out of play to the right. That'll even up the count between Beckett and Burke at 1-1. We'll run through the Flames defense here in just a moment as Beckett's set to go. Now gets the signing ones from Carter and waits, now delivers. Off-speed pitch misses off the plate. So now Beckett finds himself behind here in this count. 2-1 to the man third baseman. Fastball swung on and missed as Beckett had some action on that one, able to blow it by Burke. Now count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, these are 5-inning games that we're playing here this evening from Appalachian Power Park, so semi-shortened. So again, each inning more critical than the next, with the finish line coming much sooner in these games now. It's a quick throw over by Beckett, but not able to get Stover. He's able to dive back into the bag safely. Beckett takes a look over again. A big lead over at first by Stover. Now he comes set with a 2-2. Fastball just misses outside. You could hear a few groans come up from the crowd thinking that Beckett had hit the outside corner, but now everything's run full here. We'll see if Stover ends up going here. Again, nobody out yet here in the top of the first. Beckett will be in motion, but it's ball 4 outside, and that puts the first 2 runners on as the throw gets away, and now Stover takes off for third. Here comes the throw in, not going to be in time. Again, good wills by Stover, able to keep himself going after that errant throw, and now there'll be an error against Carter. And that puts runners at the corners for very likely the most dangerous hitter in the ballpark here tonight, in Caleb Blevins. And Blevins just a junior coming up this upcoming year, but he has received offers from West Virginia Tech, West Virginia University. Alice Lloyd is interested. He's also interested in Marshall University and Virginia Tech, and apparently the feeling is mutual between those two. So Caleb Blevins, someone that could put a charge into a ball and do a lot of damage in a hurry, is Mike Crosby. I know, very excited to have him back in a man uniform next season as well. As Beckett winds and delivers and misses high with an off-speed pitch, 2-0. And you can see Beckett's going to be a little more cautious with Blevins. Blevins also good basketball player during this past season and hit 10 threes in one game this year for the Man Hillbillies. And a great rejuvenation season for them. And head coach TJ Blevins, who's also one of the coaches on staff for this man 18 and under team, as that's a strike on the outside corner with a fastball from Beckett, 2-1. And TJ Blevins done a great job turning that program around after they didn't win a game this first year there. And now this past year really put a lot of fight into that, one of the most dangerous regions in the state and sections in the state, going up against Chapmanville and Logan and Polka and so many others in that area. Now they count 3-1 to Blevins. We'll see if Beckett tries to challenge him here with runners at the corners and nobody out, as Blevins takes a fastball and lifts it into shallow left field. Epling calls everybody off and able to make the grab just on the edge of the grass for out number 1. So a big out there. The dangerous Caleb Blevins at the plate. And that'll bring up another dangerous hitter in Casey Hurley. Again, Hurley plays at Chapmanville Regional High School now, originally from the Man area. Hurley, a really fun kid. I actually had him in class this past year, and very respectful and very hard-working as well, as he takes a big rip right through a fastball, 0-1. But he, like so many of the others, missing out on this season, now trying to get some of that back, as Hurley will be a senior this upcoming year at Chapmanville Regional High School. And is one of the big power hitters in that lineup. As that fastball misses, runner goes, one hop throw down, and it is in time to get Tyson Burke. And even more importantly for the Flames, Stover holds at third. And now you have 2 outs and not a run across, as man had first and third and nobody out. Now just a runner standing at third with 2 outs. So can Beckett pitch around this jam here in the top of the first with Hurley up? That pitch misses inside to the big lefty. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. And again, you got 2 teammates going up against each other. And actually, they count 2-2, excuse me. But again, Chase Berry and Hurley both play at Chapmanville together, played at Chapmanville together. Hurley on this man team with Berry on this West Virginia Flames team. Now the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, just missed outside. Beckett had already taken a couple of steps towards the dugout. He thought he had frozen Hurley for strike 3. But a good eye from Hurley as it just missed off the plate. So now a 3-2 pitch coming from Beckett. Runner at third and 2 out. Fastball misses outside, and Hurley will take a 2-out walk. That is the second walk of the inning given up by Beckett, along with a base hit, but still no runs here for the man team.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Isaac McAllister.
Now you have Isaac McAllister coming up, first baseman. There's a swing and a miss at a fastball, as he was tardy on that one, 0-1. We'll see if Hurley will elect to try and challenge and go down to second base. I'd imagine not with 2 outs now. But again, if you're Stover at third, you're paying attention in case for a pass ball or anything. There's another fastball as Beckett able to freeze McAllister looking. Count now at 0-2 as he gets ahead quickly on the first baseman. Missing a little high, and count now at 1-2. It's McAllister trying to put man on the board here early in the top of the first inning. And put a little pressure on this West Virginia Flames team, who dominated game 1 against Roan Mason 12-1. Breaking ball, this one popped out of play to the right. It'll head over towards Power Alley Grill, and now it'll be another 1 ball and 2 strike pitch. Beckett takes a look over at both runners. Hurley not out to much of a lead over at first. Same for Stover at third. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Great job by Beckett. Coming back after what looked like an opportunity for Man to put up a couple of runs this inning. Instead, they leave with none. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning with no score yet here from Appalachian Power Park as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions. Bottom of the first inning we move. Chris Kidd here with you with Joe Mounts, our engineer, as we are live from Appalachian Power Park here in this 18 and under division contest between Man and the West Virginia Flames. No score yet as the Flames up to bat as that 1-0 pitch lifted towards the right side into foul ground. McAllister calls everyone off, makes the grab, and retires Aaron Epling to start the bottom of the first inning. And Epling was 0 for 3 in the first game against Roane County as he reached on an error twice and struck out as well. And now you get Tyrus Baumgardner coming to the plate. His first pitch misses 1-0. Baumgardner was 1 for 2 against Roane as he singled to left, struck out, and then walked in the contest. Was a starting pitcher and got the win in the last game as Fairchild on the mound. 4-man as that one misses outside, 2-0. As Landon Fairchild set to deal. Here comes the 2-0 delivery. Blows a fastball by Baumgardner, 2-1. As you have Anderson in left field, Hurley in center field, Bonbrandt in right field, Burke at third base, Blevins at shortstop, Stover at second, and McAllister at first as that fastball comes in piping hot on the inside corner for a strike as Fairchild gets back even at 2-2. You also have Purdue behind the dish, 4-man. As this one lifted out of play towards the left as the count will remain at 2-2. And you heard some of the coaches talking, and Man has some players from around different areas as well, but also said they had a pitcher throws in the mid-80s coming out, and Fairchild might be that guy as that one's fouled out of play. 2-2 the count. Again, while he was coming out and just warming up on the mound, again, it was more just a throw and catch session. And then the last pitch he delivered, that's whenever we finally figured out, okay, he does have some action on this fastball. Now he comes with an off-speed pitch and gets Baumgardner to foul it out of play straight back. So Baumgardner trying to time up this fastball, and right there was a good pitch by Fairchild, and even better job by Baumgardner, able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Comes back with a nice breaking pitch and able to retire Baumgardner on that. Again, that's just so tough to deal with. You get a live fastball, and then all of a sudden the bottom drops out of one, and you don't really know what happens. So great job there by Fairchild to retire Baumgardner.
Number 13, Braden Mcclung.
Now you get Braden Mcclung standing in. Mcclung was 2 for 3 in the first game, had an RBI single and a 2 RBI single in the game against Roane County, and then struck out in his last plate appearance. Mcclung plays at Logan High School, or played at Logan High School. We're going to West Virginia Tech in the fall. 1-0 pitch, fastball misses just high out of the zone, 2-0. So for the second straight batter, Fairchild has fallen behind 2-0. He was able to battle back and retire Baumgardner a second ago. Fastball foul tipped and out of play as it'll roll up the third base side, but there's strike one. This Fairchild doesn't need a new ball. He'll just stick with the one that he has now. That pitch misses low and skips in, so now Mcclung gets ahead 3-1. Trying to keep the inning alive here for the West Virginia Flames. Again, nobody on and 2 out, with Eli Kirkendall, the cleanup hitter, standing on deck. That pitch catches the inside corner. Mcclung thought it was ball 4. Started to head down to first base, but instead now the count runs full. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Fairchild mows down the side, 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first inning. As neither team able to crack the scoreboard just yet, so we could be in for a pitching duel here in game number 2 as we head to inning number 2. No score here from Appalachian Power Park as you are watching baseball with us live right here on Video Productions. Played all your life says come sing them. $80 or $90. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you from Appalachian Power Park. Joe Mounts, our engineer, as we are here for this 18 and under division clash between the man team and the West Virginia Flames, as count 1-1 here to Landon Fairchild as Beckett dealing to him. Breaking pitch fouled out of play toward the right. Count now moves to 1-2 as Fairchild was dominant in the bottom half of the first inning on the mound. Pair of strikeouts and retired West Virginia Flames in order, now looking to get on base start here in the second inning after man threatened in the first but couldn't push a run across as that fastball misses low. 2-2. Beckett was able to pitch around in first and third, no out jam in the first inning. That one roped into left field by Fairchild, and that's going to fall in for a hit as it gets away from Varney. Taking the turn is Fairchild, but he'll hold still. That was an absolute smoke shot by Fairchild that time into left field. And for the second straight inning, man has the leadoff hitter on. That'll bring up Tyler Purdue. That's a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Again, it was a walk to Stover, or a hit by Stover, then a walk to Burke, and a pop out by Blevins. Then they caught Burke stealing second, did the Flames, and then a strikeout of McAllister was able to get Beckett out of trouble in the top of the first inning. Now we'll see what he does here with a leadoff single and Purdue at the plate. Purdue, the opposing catcher. That fastball misses just outside, 1-1 the count. Again, the defense for the Flames, you have Varney in left field, Baumgardner in center field, Bostic in right field. You have Berry at third base, Epling at shortstop, McClung at second, and McGrew at first. That pitch nubbed the foul up the first base side. Count now moves to 1-2 as Beckett gets ahead, and again behind home plate is Carter for the West Virginia Flames. We are in game 2 of our doubleheader with the Flames defeating Roan Mason 12-1 just about an hour ago. As we mentioned, these will be just 5-inning games. A nice breaking pitch, but holding up on it is Purdue, as that will allow Fairchild to take second base. As Carter wanted to check and see if Purdue had gone around on that pitch, but the second base umpire says no, so the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So runner in scoring position again here, 4-man. Can they capitalize and take an early lead on the West Virginia Flames? Fastball misses low, and now the count runs full. It's Fairchild out to a good lead at second base. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner as Purdue took a look back, thought it was ball 4, but instead gets rung up. That is the second strikeout of the game for Beckett. And that'll bring up Ryan Cozart. Again, Cozart, the extra hitter in this lineup. 4-man. Again, with 1 out and a runner at second, trying to push first run across. Nice stop by Carter that time to keep it in front of him as Fairchild thought about taking off for second base. Cozart will climb back in, batting in the 8th spot. 4-man. Here comes the 0-1 offering, or this one lifted towards the right side, may be playable, getting over towards the seats and just out of play as Kirkendall gave chase for it, but just ran out of real estate. That evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike here against Cozart. Cozart also a member of the man basketball team back during the winter. Here comes the 1-1 offering. That fastball paints the outside corner, and now the count moves to 1-2. Again, Beckett pitching around that leadoff single right now. Takes a look out at Fairchild. Here's the 1-2. Off-speed pitch ripped into left field. Coming around third is Fairchild. Here's the throw from left. It's going to be offline, and Fairchild will score to give the man team a 1-0 lead as Cozart now takes off for second, and he'll get in standing up. Again, great piece of hitting by Cozart there. Again, got a breaking pitch that he could drive and ripped it into left field. Varney came up throwing. Not a bad throw, just a little offline. But Fairchild with his speed able to score, and now Man has taken the early lead. So now you get Tanner Bondurant coming to the dish. And Man going to try and build on this lead right now, again with Fairchild on the bump. Very imposing pitcher for this Man ball club, so Beckett going to have to be extra careful here not to allow Man to get out any further in this contest. Again, one run could be a big thing right now with Fairchild throwing the way that he looked in the first inning, especially in just a 5-inning game, as there's one in for a strike with a fastball, 1-1. Beckett rears back and fires a fastball, and Bondurant didn't really have enough time to respond to that and ended up going around on the pitch even though it was outside. Now the count at 1-2. And Cozart out at second base. That pitch misses low, 2-2. And I think mercifully one of the biggest things right now is that the sun is disappeared from the field. Again, sun hasn't totally set yet, but game one, sun played a major factor with both sight and fatigue in that game. Again, several players lost balls in the sun, as there's a swing and a miss by Bondurant, strike 3, and that's the third strikeout now for Beckett. And the Roan Mason team had 3 balls that they lost in the sun that contributed to their 8 errors in that game, and even the West Virginia Flames team had one they lost in the sun as well. As we said, it's been scorching week and a half or so, with no signs of slowing down over the next couple of days. That pitch misses outside, 1-0. It's Jaden Anderson, the last batter in the lineup, first time through for Man, as it'll cycle back to Peyton Stover next, but Beckett, I'd like to see him come the top of the third inning instead here in the bottom of the top of the second, as he looks Cozart back to second. It's Cozart with the RBI single to left field, able to score Fairchild, the opposing pitcher in the contest, as that pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. Got away from Carter, but not far enough for Cozart to want to advance or attempt to advance. Now the count evens up at 1-1 strike. Carter looks to the dugout in order to get his signs. His coaches Alex Perry and Matt Carter in the dugout. Fairchild fakes as if he's going. That one ripped high and out of play by Anderson, as that will get far out of the stadium, and the count now at 1-2. So 2 hits this inning for Man. Also 2 strikeouts for Beckett. Since they have 1-2 in this at this count. Takes a look out at Cozart, continues to fake. That breaking pitch misses in the dirt and low, 2-2. Takes a look out at Cozart, now comes set. Fastball misses inside as Carter able to knock it down, but now Anderson has battled his way back to a full count. A chance to keep this inning going for Man, already with 1 run across here in the top of the second. That one hammered into left field, as that's going to get over the head of the shortstop Epling. Varney up with it, but holding is Cozart. So that will keep the runner at third, but Anderson with the 3rd hit of the inning for the Man team will put things back to the top of the order with Peyton Stover.
Number 6, Peyton Stover.
All 4 hits have been very hard hit balls into left field by this man team. They've been able to entice Beckett to come back into the middle part of the plate each time in order to deliver on that shot. And Stover will back off. Stover singled to start the game, and then was later stranded at third in the top of the first inning. Quick throw over to first, but not going to be in time, as Anderson not very far off the bag over at first base. Beckett comes set. First offering to Stover. Breaking pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Again, see some of the remnants of some of the high schools from some of these teams here. Again, we've seen some of the Chapmanville players with their hats, and we didn't quite get all the information from Man in time as to where some of their players were from, but I'm going to take a guess from the green helmet on Stover that maybe Winfield. Again, we were alerted that maybe there was a player from Winfield that was with the Man team, and again, that's just a guess on my part at this point. Yeah, like I said, Joe's backing me up on that, so again, that's just my hunch anyway. Breaking pitch misses low, 2-1. But you could see it on some of their hats and helmets as they came into the ballpark. There's been a nice mixture of talent that Man's put together for this 18 and under team. Beckett still fighting as the runner goes. Here comes the throw down to second. It's not going to be in time, and that's going to allow the runner to score from third as Cozart crosses. And Man has now taken a 2-0 lead as Carter gambled and threw down to second to see if he had a chance to get Anderson. But the throw was a little low and allowed Anderson to get in, and now a 3-1 count to Peyton Stover as Man still looking to add on to this lead. Anderson out to a good lead at second. 3-1 pitch, that misses high. So that's ball 4, and that's the third walk issued now by Beckett thus far in this game. As Carter will go out to talk, and now here comes Alex Perry out to talk as well with Beckett. As West Virginia Flames were close to getting out of this inning with no damage done, and now 2 runs have crossed. We'll see if that'll be it for Beckett or not here. He is starting to get to the heart of this order. So he'll face Tyson Burke next, who he walked back in the first inning. And then after that, you got the dangerous duo of Blevins and Hurley that'll come up following that. So this is a very important batter coming up for Beckett, should he stay in, and it appears he will in this situation. And the Flames used 2 pitchers last game, Baumgardner and Varney. So it'll be interesting to see if they do make a change who they'll end up going to in this situation. But Beckett laboring right now, trying to escape any further damage this inning. As Tyson Burke climbs in, the third baseman for Man. Runners at first and second. That one fouled straight back into the screen, 0-1. Burke had that one timed up pretty well, but just a little late. Beckett takes a look over at the runner at first. Again, he can't really get anywhere unless the runner at second goes, but now Anderson gets his lead. Breaking pitch outside, and he did go around that time. Nice pitch by Beckett. Burke tried to hold up, but couldn't hold his water. Now the count at 0-2. Beckett comes with a fastball and a nice catch by Carter to hang on to that one as he gets Burke swinging for strike 3 to keep it at just a 2-run game. But the Man All-Stars do strike with 3 hits, with 1 error and 2 runs across, as Landon Fairchild now has a bit of an advantage as he comes back out onto the bump for the bottom of the second. We'll be back for that coming up here just shortly as you are watching baseball with us right here live on Video Productions. Welcome back, everybody. Again, we apologize. Our mouse ran out of its battery's life for a moment there, so Joe Mount's quick on the exchange, able to get that fixed, and now we're back here. Again, Chris Kibb with you. Joe Mount's our engineer, and again, thankfully you were able to see what happened on the first batter as Fairchild able to blow a fastball by Eli Kirkendall, striking him out for the first out of the inning, and now he's quickly worked himself ahead of Connor McGrew 1-2. Again, Fairchild got a pop out start the game over to first base, and now has struck out the last 3 batters, make it the last 4 batters as he freezes McGrew for strike 3. Right now, Landon Fairchild just looking unhittable through the first 5 batters of this game. Again, this is a West Virginia Flames team that just put up 12 runs nearly an hour ago in their win over Roan Mason. And now you get Dawson Beckett standing in. He fouls one back to the screen, 0-1. You get Beckett, the opposing pitcher. He'll be going to Alice Lloyd in the fall. Played high school baseball for the Logan Wildcats. As have a lot of the players on this West Virginia Dream team. That pitch misses high, 1-1. And you also have players from Scott and Spring Valley, Lincoln County and Chapmanville and Tug Valley on this team. But a good bit of the players coming from the Logan Wildcat roster as Beckett fouls it out of play, 1-2. And you've got a lot of those players from Logan now that were freshmen in high school this year that won the Little League state tournament several years ago, and you're adding a lot of talent to already a very talented roster. As that strike 3 as it's dropped, picked up, and they tag out Beckett before he can get into the running lane, but that was just a dominant inning from Fairchild as he strikes out the side and has struck out the last 5 batters he's faced. As we head to the top of the 3rd inning, Man leads the West Virginia Flames 2-0 as you are watching baseball action with us live right here on Video Production.
Number 13, Braden Mcclung.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you with Joe Mounts, our engineer, as we head to the top of the 3rd inning with Man leading the game 2-0 over the West Virginia Flames. As what a snag by McClung. Boy, welcome to the pitcher's mound to him. As first pitch swung on by Caleb Blevins, he just rocketed it right back at McClung, who just made an incredible catch to save a base hit. Again, we talked about Caleb Blevins might be the most dangerous hitter in the ballpark, and right there, McClung got literally an eyeful of it as it came right back to him. Now here comes Casey Hurley, hot chopper towards second, fielded cleanly, low throw, but Chase Berry able to dig it out from McGrew for out number 2. So 2 pitches, 2 outs for McClung here in the top of the 3rd inning. And that'll bring up Isaac McAllister. Again, some of the changes here. You've got Kirkendall behind home plate now for the West Virginia Flames. You've got Miller at 3rd, McClung on the mound, McGrew at 2nd, Berry at 1st. So wholesale changes after Beckett exited the contest. First pitch in, misses low, 1-0. McAllister struck out to end the 1st inning against Beckett when he was able to get out of that jam. That fastball just misses outside from McClung, 2-0 rather. That one swung and fouled off the face mask of Kirkendall as he shakes the cobwebs loose. The count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Mcclung looking to answer Landon Fairchild's 1-2-3 inning with one of his own here. Nice breaking pitch, catches the outside corner, 2-2. All right, now it's imperative for the West Virginia Flames to keep man off the scoreboard anymore with the way that Fairchild has just dominated the first 2 innings of play, striking out 5 of the 6 batters he's faced. And there's strike 3 on the inside corner as McAllister just looks back in disbelief. He didn't think that caught, but it did. And that'll end the top of the 3rd inning very abruptly on just 6 pitches. So we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still a 2-0 lead for this man 18 and under squad. We'll be back after this as you're watching Baseball Live with us right here on Video Productions. Ethan Varney will lead things off. Start here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chris Kidd with you. Joe Mounts, our engineer, as Fairchild picks up right where he left off as it's in for a strike, 0-1. As we said, Fairchild has struck out 5 of the first 6 batters he's faced and now has a Varney down 0-2. Great off-speed pitch that time. Now could this be 6 out of 7 batters Fairchild set down? As that fastball, boy, you could hear that pop off Purdue's hands that time, but just missed outside, evidently 1-2. Breaking pitch, this one hammered into right center field, and that's going to be the first hit of the contest for the West Virginia Flames as they finally put a chink in Fairchild's armor here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Ethan Varney from Tug Valley High School able to record the first hit off of Fairchild, and now could that lead to some momentum here for the West Virginia Flames as Chase Berry climbs in. His first plate appearance of Game 2 as Fairchild checks on Varney over at first. Berry was 0 for 2 in the first game against Roan. He grounded out, was hit by a pitch and struck out as this one he lifts out of play toward the right. As we said, Berry was quarterback at Chapmanville Regional High School in football season the last 2 years. Played on the basketball team this past winter before the season was cut short, and played baseball every season at Chapmanville Regional High School, and had a chance to play quarterback in college as well. As the throw down to second base gets away as Varney able to steal second, backed up in center field though by Hurley, and throws a rope over to third base, and probably a good thing for Varney that he didn't take off for third because they would have been dead to rights on that throw from Hurley. But again, Berry had opportunity to go play quarterback in college at UC, but then got a full ride at Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College for the nursing program they wanted to be in, and went for that instead as he lays down a bunt. Now Fairchild looks to second, throws back to second, and able to beat it out is Varney, and Barry able to get over to first base. So a gamble by Fairchild that time to try and get the lead runner, and instead everyone's safe. Again, the Flames were content to see if they could scratch a run across. But now, man could find themselves in with bigger issues here. It's one of those in hindsight, you wish you would have taken the out, but if it would have worked out and you would have been able to get the lead runner, then it would have been genius then. So everything's always 20/20 hindsight in that situation. But now let's see if the West Virginia Flames can capitalize as Fairchild misses low, 1-0. This is the first time he's been tested this evening after striking out 5 of the first 6 batters he faced. And now Ethan Carter played at Logan High School, going to Alice Lloyd. As runner goes, fastball misses, throw down to third is not in time, and both runners move up. And now you've got the tying run at second base, with still nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And now you're starting to notice Fairchild getting a little erratic dealing with these base runners. Again, he hadn't had to face one in the first 2 innings. But now he's starting to come out of the zone a lot more than he did. Let's see if he can settle in here. Again, Beckett was able to work out of trouble in the 1st inning and limited the damage in the 2nd inning. Now it's Fairchild's turn to be in the pressure chamber here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 pitch, catches the outside corner, 2-1. It's Carter. Was 0 for 3 in the first game. He popped out, reached on error, and struck out against Roan Mason. Here's a 2-1, another off-speed pitch, and gets Carter reaching out in front and missing, 2-2. So good poise by Fairchild here on the last couple of pitches. Again, falling behind with his fastball, went with his breaking stuff on the last 2. Here comes the 2-2 offering, comes back with a fastball and misses high and inside. Now the count is run full. So we'll see if he trusts his breaking stuff again here on a 3-2 pitch, where he'll come back with a fastball. That one fouled off. As Carter tried to check his swing and just got a piece of it. Fairchild still looking for the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, just a 5-inning game. So it's a critical juncture in this contest, and there's strike 3 swinging. He took a little bit off that one. Looked like maybe got him with a changeup that time.
I'll make him worry about you, Ethan.
And that'll be the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Number 3, Corbin Bostic.
That'll bring up Corbin Bostic now. Again, a hit could tie this ball game up at 2 apiece as he'll square to bunt and pulls back, missing high with a fastball, 1-0. And that's where Fairchild's missing now, is high on every fastball. Trying to get back that pinpoint location he had through the first 2 innings, and there's one of them with a strike, 1-1. And Fairchild has 6 strikeouts thus far in the contest, as Bostic walked and was hit by a pitch in the game against Roan earlier, and now falls behind 1-2. And a leadoff single by Ethan Varney. A sacrifice bunt by Chase Berry that he was able to reach on, and now 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. That breaking pitch just missed outside, 2-2 the count. Again, Corey Miller on deck for the West Virginia Flames. That one misses low and inside, 3-2. So Bostic's fought his way back. We'll see if this will be out number 2 or maybe a chance to load the bases here. Fairchild pumps in a fastball, but fouled out of play to the left as Bostic stays alive. Trying to even things up with a base hit here, or at least reach and give Miller an opportunity with the bases loaded. And that misses outside with a fastball. So the first walk issued by Fairchild in this game after he had gotten on top in that at bat. Now here comes Miller to the plate, and Miller was 1 for 2 earlier. He had a double and then popped out in his second plate appearance against Roan Mason. And now a golden opportunity for the West Virginia Flames to tie this game up with a hit. And he's the last batter in the lineup through here the first time. And the last batter that Fairchild hasn't faced yet as he gets a strike and gets ahead in the count 0-1. And still only one out here in the bottom of the third inning, and man clinging to a 2-0 lead. There's strike two as he catches the top half of the box. And only one hit for the Flames this inning, but a sac bunt and a walk able to load the bases. However, Miller finds himself down 0-2. Swung on and missed as a fastball blown by him, as that one went off the helmet of Purdue but stayed with him that time. But since there's nowhere to go and nowhere to advance, no need for the tag. That'll put things back to the top of the order now with Aaron Epling. Epling was the only batter to make even contact off of Fairchild, as he popped out to first base, and then after that Fairchild went on his string of strikeouts. He put down 5 in a row. As that one a rope foul right back towards us and out of play. It's count 0-1. Fairchild has started to settle back in here after a rocky start to this inning. As we said, this is the first time he's dealt with base runners all evening long. There's strike two as he gets a fastball by Epling. So he has struck out 7 batters thus far in this contest. 7 of the first 10 he faced, and he's looking for 8 now. Here comes the 0-2 offering. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. Again, delayed, but still strike 3. And the West Virginia Flames, despite loading the bases, unable to capitalize as Landon Fairchild strikes out the side and leaves 3 stranded as we head to the top of the 4th inning, and man still leading it 2-0 over the Flames. We'll be back after this as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions. Top of the fourth inning we go with Man still leading the West Virginia Flames 2-0. Chris Kidd here with you, with Joe Mounts, our engineer, as first pitch of the inning misses outside by McClung. It's Kirkendall with a nice stop. As it'll be Fairchild, Purdue, and Cozart this inning. As Fairchild takes a strike, 1-1. Again, pitched himself out of the bottom half of the third inning beautifully. Again, bases loaded and 1 out, and able to come back with back-to-back strikeouts to put the threat down by the Flames. As this one, high chopper towards first, going to be a tough play fielded there. Nice job by McClung to come over and cover the bag as Barry fielded it cleanly, as they retire Fairchild, who actually got that rally started in the second inning with a leadoff single, but this time grounds out to start the top of the fourth. That'll bring up Purdue. As we said, just a 5-inning game. So we are in the late stages already of this contest, as this one hit back up the middle, and that's going to get through for Purdue into center field for a base hit. So after striking out his first time up, Purdue this time able to lace a single back up the gut for the 5th hit of the evening for the Man team. Perhaps give them an opportunity to scratch across one more insurance run here for Fairchild, as now he'll come in to courtesy run in place of Purdue. Again, Purdue the catcher, so we're going to get him back in, get his catcher's gear together for the following inning. And again, Fairchild also poses a bigger threat on the base path with his speed, as Cozart had the RBI single that gave Man the lead in the second inning. He was able to drive in Fairchild. Count 1-0. Now McClung facing his first base runner since coming into the ball game. So he'll take a look over at Fairchild. Now comes set. Fastball in for a strike. 1-1 as the throwback gets away. But McGrew over to stop it in time to prevent Fairchild from moving up. See if Fairchild elects to take off here. Again, he did so in the second inning, and it paid off as there's a swing and a miss to Cozart, 1-2. Again, good location that time by McClung. McClung winds and delivers, comes with a breaking ball that time, just missed Logan. Good pitch that time, but good eye by Cozart. Able to lay off. So now we'll see what McClung elects to come with here now that counts at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, as McClung able to put Cozart down with a fastball. That's a second strikeout since coming in for McClung, and now the batter.
The right fielder, number 34, Tanner Bondrant.
Tanner Bondrant. And he struck out back in the second inning. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Fairchild in motion now with 2 outs, and he was going, and now they've got him in a rundown. Barry runs over to second. Now here comes Fairchild back. So we'll see if the Flames are able to execute this, as Fairchild staying alive, but finally able to be caught from behind by McClung. Again, great job executing that by the Flames that time, and that will retire the Man team here in the top of the 4th inning. Now the Flames come to bat looking to make up this 2-run deficit. We'll be back after this as you are watching baseball with us live on Video Productions. Bottom of the fourth inning we go as the West Virginia Flames trailing man 2-0. Chris Kidd with you, Joe Mounts, our engineer, and a pitching change now for the man team as it'll be Isaac McAllister on the mound. His first pitch misses outside, 1-0. So again, I'm unfamiliar with any of the substitution rules in any of these games and stuff, but now they're going to go with McAllister after Fairchild have been very dominant, and now McAllister hits Baumgardner just on the inside of his pants, and that'll put him over at first base. Yes, if Fairchild had to leave after that, again, that may just be what the rule is. But again, he only surrendered one hit and struck out 9 batters in this contest. And now he's over at first base, so it'll be up to McAllister to try and record the last 6 outs. And this one ripped to second, caught there, over to first, but it gets away. It ricochets back, however, and prevents Bumgardner from taking off towards second. But boy, he was dead to rights on that. Stover made a great catch, but just hurried the throw over to first, and it got away, or else that was an easy double play for the man All-Stars. But wow, McClung put a charge into that. That was an old Adam ball just right at him. And perhaps robbed the Flames of a hit. And that'll bring up Eli Kirkendall now with 1 out. Breaking pitch misses high from McAllister, 1-0. Baumgardner, after being hit by a pitch, gets a small lead over at first base. McAllister misses high with a fastball, 2-0. He doesn't like the ball that he just threw, so he likes to try and bring it in and get a new one from the home plate umpire. Kirkendall was 1 for 3 in the first game today against Roan Mason. Again, reached on air, singled, and then struck out in the contest. That one misses low, and now the count quickly runs to 3-0. A dangerous part of the lineup for McAllister to be dealing with here as he comes in. He's facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters right off the bat. Fastball and swung on and missed by Kirkendall as they gave him the green light. And he was looking to put one out towards the flags in left field. That was a huge rip by the big man. Now let's see if he gets the green light at 3-1. Takes another big rip, but late on that fastball as well as McAllister able to get it by him. So McAllister challenging Kirkendall with fastballs on each of the last 2 pitches. Let's see if he does so again here. And he comes back and gets him. What a job by McAllister in that at bat again, falling behind 3-0 and able to battle all the way back and get Kirkendall swinging on 3 straight pitches. So 2 away now here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Connor McGrew. McGrew struck out, one of the many strikeouts at the hands of Fairchild tonight. As runner goes, fastball misses, throw down to second's offline, and able to beat it out is Bumgardner. So now the Flames have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, trying to cut this lead in half, at the very least heading into the final frame. It looked like they might have had a shot, but that throw was just a little offline that time. Now McAllister will look the runner back to second base. Baumgardner trying to distract McAllister. So McGrew climbs back in. Again, Baumgardner dancing around out at second base as that fastball in for a strike, 1-1. McGrew was 0 for 2 in the first game, reached on an error both times, and then walked in his last plate appearance. So he said in this game thus far, his only plate appearance, he struck out. Off-speed pitch fouled out of play towards the right. And now McAllister's worked himself ahead, 1-2. As he looks to work around the leadoff man reaching again, hit Baumgardner with a pitch. But since then, nothing doing this inning for the West Virginia Flames, still with only one hit in the contest, and it'll remain that way as he blows a fastball by McGrew for strike 3. So great job in relief that inning by McAllister as he puts Mann just 3 outs away from knocking off the West Virginia Flames. We'll be back after this as we head to the top of the 5th inning with Mann leading it 2-0 as you are watching baseball action with us live right here on Video Production. Top of the 5th inning we go with Mann leading the West Virginia Flames 2-0 here from Appalachian Power Park. Chris Kidd with you with Joe Mounts, our engineer, as it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters this inning for Mann, as it'll be Tanner Bondrant to lead things off. Struck out back in the 2nd inning as Chase Berry now on the mound for the Flames. So he's able to get a fastball by him, 1-1. Berry, good breaking pitch, but apparently missed on the inside, 2-1. This Flames trying to keep this at just a 2-run deficit and give themselves an opportunity in the bottom of the 5th. As that one nubbed right in front of home plate, going to be a tough play. Berry runs over, makes the grab, and there's that quarterback in him as he picks it up and rifles a strike right over to first base. And able to make the grab was Dawson Beckett for out number 1.
Now batting for Mann, the left fielder, Jaden Anderson.
That'll bring up Jaden Anderson, the left fielder. Anderson singled to left field his first time up. Back in that 2-run 2nd inning for this Mann ball club as Berry's fastball misses just outside, 1-0, but most of the crowd and even a couple of players in the infield thought that was a strike from Berry, so he'll come back now, 1-0 the pitch. He comes right back with a fastball. That one is in for a strike. Again, this has been quite the pitcher's duel on both sides from both staffs thus far. As that breaking pitch out in front gets it over the head of Epling into left field, as he made a good attempt to try and get up for that ball. But Anderson able to get just enough of it to lift it over his head, as he's 2 for 2 now tonight with a pair of singles to left.
Stover.
Now bring up Peyton Stover. Singled in the first inning and walked in the second. Again, that's the 6th hit of the night for this man ball club. Only one for the Flames thus far. Again, this coming after they put up 12 runs in their first game tonight against Roan Mason. 1-0. Stover climbs in. That one swung on and foul tipped into the mid of Kirkendall as he hangs on. 1-1 the count. Again, most of these ball players from Southern West Virginia, as that one hits Stover in the shoulder. And he'll take first base. That'll put runners at first and second with one out here in the top of the 5th, and the batter will be Tyson Burke. But just mentioning that a lot of these players coming from Southern West Virginia, you have a couple players from Chapmanville, a couple players, or several players in fact, from Logan, a lot from Man as well, and you're talking about 3 very rich baseball tradition schools in this state. His first pitch misses to Burke, 1-0. And Man getting a state championship and a state finals appearance in the 2010s. Chapmanville, the dominating season in 2011. Logan with several state championships in baseball. Tough one down to third, and it gets through. That's going to bring a runner to the plate, and that'll be the 3rd run as Stover. They try and pick him off over at third, but not in time, as that ball just rolled right through the wickets of Miller at third base. And that is a very costly run that the Flames just allowed to cross on that play. That'll be the 3rd error of the game against the Flames. And now that'll bring up Caleb Blevins. Again, Blevins, we mentioned, only going to be a junior this coming year in high school, and already getting a lot of offers to come play baseball in college, getting that from West Virginia University, West Virginia Tech, Alice Lloyd, all interested in him. And then Marshall University and Virginia Tech University also interested, and he's interested as well. He hits one hard to short, on to second for one, on to first for 2. Double play to end the top of the 5th inning. But one more run crosses on the error by the Flames after the base hit by Anderson, and they now lead it 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. So last call for the Flames. We'll see how things turn out here in just about 2 minutes, as we'll be back after this. You're watching Baseball Live with us right here on Video Productions. Last call here for the West Virginia Flames as they trail it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chris Kidd with you with Joe Mounts, our engineer, as Isaac McAllister trying to slam the door shut here on what has been a virtuoso pitching performance between he and Fairchild tonight. Only one hit allowed to this dominant hitting lineup of the Flames as that pitch fouled back by Beckett into the screen. Count at 2-1. Again, only one hit here tonight. That came at the hands of Ethan Varney in the 3rd inning, and now that one misses outside. 3-1. Now again, that insurance run that Mann picked up just a moment ago could loom large here in this inning, especially if they're able to get the leadoff man on. There's strike 2 on the outside corner. Now big pitch coming here. McAllister deals, and that one fouled out of play by Beckett over to the right and out of play, so he keeps himself alive. And Beckett was the starting pitcher tonight for the West Virginia Flames. Now trying to get on base here to give them some hope here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, only a 5-inning game. Both games only 5-inning games tonight. Here comes another payoff pitch. Misses high, ball 4.
Let's go, Ethan.
So now that is big, as that will get things now to Ethan Varney, who has the only hit thus far in this game for the West Virginia Flames. They'd love to have a man reach and bring the tying run to the plate at the very least here, as there's a swing and a miss by Varney, 0-1. McAllister takes a look over at first. Here's the 0-1 offering. Breaking ball chopped towards third. Tough play. Backhand field. Throws to second. Tough throw in the dirt, and it gets away. And that will make everyone safe, as Burke made a great stop over at third, but the throw was errant. And Stover couldn't dig it out of the dirt. That'll be the first error of the game on this man ball club. And that'll bring up Chase Berry. So now McAllister trying to close the door here, but the Flames sticking their foot in it to make sure that they're not totally done just yet. And Berry, as we said, hit a home run in a game last week for the Flames. Does have that power, and now gets himself ahead 2-0 in the count. Now a ball comes back onto the field from the stands that evidently was retrieved. As now Purdue will go out to talk to McAllister with the tying run at the plate and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, this Flames squad has just been stymied in this contest at the plate, but now with their backs against the wall, can they muster a rally? That pitch gets away, hops right back, throw down to third, not going to be in time as both runners move up. So now runners in scoring position in a 3-0 count to Chase Berry. Now something even more interesting, Berry ends up reaching. Not only do you have the tying run on base, but you actually bring the winning run to the plate for the West Virginia Flames, which didn't really seem possible at the start of the inning, but here we are in reality now as Berry takes a 4-pitch walk. And again, the old saying, walks will haunt, have to be ringing through McAllister's ears right now as he's walked 2 of the 3 batters. And also an error on top of that. So now you've got Ethan Carter standing in as he waves through a fastball, 0-1. Carter struck out in his only plate appearance as we're now into the bottom half of this Flames lineup. McAllister tried to get across the fastball but misses outside. Now 1-1. Again, a ball into the gap here would definitely tie the game. And Carter took a big rip at that one, but McAllister had a little extra behind that fastball. 1-2. Swung on and lifted into right field. Going to be a tough play. Charging in towards the line and just foul. Oh, that ball was dangerous from the second hit. Left the bat from Carter as Bondrent, along with Stover and Fairchild, were all giving chase. That ball was just hit into no man's land. And if that had fallen, that would have scored 2, if not 3, as the runners were off to the races. But a sigh of relief from the man dugout after that. The count remains at 1-2. Man still looking for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fastball misses inside, 2-2. Again, this is the final at bat. Unless things get tied up here. Only a 5-inning game, so this is in essence the bottom of the 9th. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is high, ball 3. So now McAllister has to be feeling the pressure. He's walked 2 of the 3 batters he's faced this inning. Now a full count with the bases loaded. Swung on and hit back up the middle. It takes a funny hop. Knocked down, still loose, and everyone's safe. Blevins tried several different ways to knock that ball down and just could not get control of it. And now the first run of the game is across, and they're going to count that as an error against man on the play. And now the winning run for the Flames stands at first base, tying run at second, and Corbin Bostic standing in. He walked in his only plate appearance. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. And again, the Flames still with only 1 hit in this contest and somehow find themselves in the position to win this game with 1 ball in the gap right now. That pitch misses, 1-1. And a base hit likely ties this game right now. Fastball catches the outside corner. Good location that time by McAllister. 1-2. And still a long haul here for McAllister. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 3 called on the outside corner as he freezes Bostic for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now the batter will be Corey Miller. Things will retire back up or recycle back up to the top of the order after Miller. Again, Miller had a double in the first game tonight against Roan Mason. Struck out in his only plate appearance here tonight. Pitch misses in the dirt, but an excellent stop by Purdue that time to keep that in front of him. Count at 1-0. Again, McAllister really steadied himself in order to get that strikeout a second ago. It was much needed for this man ball club. Fastball misses outside, and now he falls behind 2-0 to Miller. Well, now things get hairy. It's a 2-0 count to Miller, and he timed that up, but just missed it. He knew he was getting a fastball very likely, and he set on it dead red, but just missed it. As we said, ball in the gap here likely wins the game for the Flames. A base hit would very likely tie it up at this juncture. Here comes the 2-1. This is high, now 3-1. A walk here not only cuts the lead to 1, but puts the winning run in scoring position. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4 outside, and all of a sudden we have a 1-run game here at Appalachian Power Park. And again, Fairchild was so dominant through 3 innings of work. And McAllister got through the fourth unscathed, but here in the fifth, the wheels have started to come off for this man ball club, and now T.J. Blevins out of the dugout, and he's going to hand the ball off here. And a pitching change will take place for man. Well, while the pitching change is underway, we'll step aside for a break and be back for the conclusion of this wild finish here at Appalachian Power Park as you are watching baseball with us live. Well, actually, let's see. Are we actually going to have a warm-up here or not? Let's make sure. Okay, yes, just making sure. It looked like at first we might just be going straight on. But while this pitching change is underway, we'll be back here for the conclusion right after this as you're watching baseball live with us right here on Video Productions. Three to two, man leads the West Virginia Flames. The Flames with only one hit all evening long, and now somehow have themselves in a position where a base hit could win this game as Aaron Epling stands in and takes ball one. The infield for man is playing in at this point, so a blooper would in essence win this game as well, as Epling takes a big rip and foul tips it into the glove of Purdue, who's able to hang on. 1-1 the count. It is Tyson Burke now on the mound for this man ball club. Takes a little off. Nice changeup that time, and he freezes Epling for strike two. So 1-2 the count. Tyrus Baumgardner on deck. This one fouled out of play towards the right. And Epling, that was a great piece of hitting right there. He knew he was beat on that fastball and just got a piece of it to stay alive. This one hammered into right field, down the right field line, and it hooks foul as the man dugout again holds its breath. As well as Tyson Burke, as Epling put a charge into it, and if that's in fair play, then the Flames steal this game. But now another 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-2. Again, man led it 3-0 coming into the bottom of the fifth inning. This is the final inning. The Flames had only one hit all night. They still have only one hit all night. And there goes Epling as he goes down swinging. Out number two, and now the game rides on Tyrus Baumgardner's shoulders as he comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in the first inning, was hit by a pitch in the fourth inning. He was 1 for 2 earlier tonight with a single, a strikeout, and a walk against Roan Mason. But again, it was 3-0 man. The Flames had only one hit. They still have only one hit, but somehow they've plated 2 runs and have the bases loaded, and this would be just a crushing loss for this man team after dominating throughout most of this contest if Baumgartner delivers, and he hits it back up the middle. It's 3-1! One run is in. Brady runs third. He will score, and the Flames have come from behind to knock off Man 4-3 in an unbelievable finish here from Appalachian Power Park. And a gut-wrenching loss for this Man ball club tonight. After dominating the first 4 innings of this game, but this Flames ball club refused to go away. And what a finish here tonight between 2 very good ball clubs. And the Flames take both games tonight, 12-1 over Roan Mason and 4-3 over Man. Well, if you were with us tonight, you definitely got your entertainment's worth here in the bottom of the 5th inning as the Flames continue their hot streak and hope to continue that throughout the rest of summer as they pick up a big win here this evening. And we're glad you were with us for this contest tonight. It was a lot of fun getting back out to the ballpark. And what an introduction back to it after 4 months off from broadcasting. So again, if you were here with us tonight, go back and check it out tonight, share it with friends, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you more as the summer unfolds. But for now, we'll say goodbye from Appalachian Power Park. For Robbie and Butch Mounts, Joe Mounts, my engineer, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight here from Charleston, West Virginia as the Flames defeat Man 4-3 as you have been watching baseball with us right here live on Video Productions.